I hope you are ready to book up your fall calendar with your family photography clients, because in this video we are going to be talking all about all of my secrets for attracting high-end clients and booking up my fall calendar. Okay, so when we're talking about fall photo sessions or fall mini sessions, one mistake that I see a lot of photographers making is assuming that clients want some kind of setup and they're doing something crazy with like hay bales and pumpkins and fake flowers and things like that. And that is just not what clients are looking for when it comes to fall sessions or mini sessions for the fall. Now, I'm not going to hate on setups for any season. I do setups for my Christmas sessions and for my Mother's Day mini sessions. I hire a florist and create a floral backdrop. But for fall mini sessions, clients want simple. They just want the fall colors in the background of their photos, okay? So for fall photos and for attracting clients, I highly recommend creating a no setup session, okay? You just want to find the spots in your city that have the most beautiful fall colors, and that's going to be what clients want for their fall sessions. Now, when you're showing photos, trying to attract those clients on your website, on your social media, on your email list, you are going to want to show exactly what they're going to receive, okay? So you want to show a family in that exact location with the fall colors preferably. If this is your first year doing that location, that is going to be difficult to do. What you could do is do a model call and photograph a family in that location, and it just won't have the fall colors in it, or you can edit it slightly to make it look like it's got a little bit more fall colors, or you could use photos from a similar location. Now, when you are showing those photos to try to get people to book for your marketing, one mistake I see a lot of photographers making is just using photos of kids, and I don't know why they do this. I don't know if maybe like they're just using their own kids and they thought that that would just be easier. But people, if they're booking fall photos, they're usually booking for the whole family, not just for their kids. And so they want to see themselves in your photos. They want to be able to envision their own family when they see your marketing photos. And so people can't envision their own family if they only see a photo of your kids or only photos of kids in the photos. So you want to make sure that you have a whole family in the photos. And now if that means you need to do a model call in order to get those photos of an entire family and not just kids, then I highly recommend doing a model call and showing exactly what the clients are going to receive. So you want to give them those beautiful family photos and not just the photos of kids. Okay, number 4 is to use SEO. Okay, I think a lot of photographers make the mistake, especially of just trying to book on Facebook and on Facebook mom groups. And from experience, when you're marketing, Facebook is where the lowest end clients come from. Those are going to be the clients who are not willing to spend very much money, who just want as cheap as possible. And in my experience, the highest paying clients, the ones who are willing to spend the most money, are going to be the ones who are coming from Google. So I would start working now on your SEO, and you do have time to build up your SEO for fall in order to get those clients coming in from Google that are willing to pay higher prices. Okay, so if you are someone who struggles with SEO, you haven't really started working on this in your business, or maybe you have tried but you don't really know what to do, I actually have a super affordable SEO mini course for photographers that shows you exactly how I ranked #1 on Google. And that's when my business really exploded, when I started ranking #1 for my super important keywords in my area, such as Greenville photographers, Greenville family photographers, etc. So I highly recommend using SEO. I've got a super cheap mini course that can show you exactly how to do that, okay? And that's gonna be where your high-end clients are coming from. Your high-end clients are not gonna come from Facebook mom groups. Okay, The next tip I have for you is to use email marketing. So like I said, my business really exploded a couple years ago when I started being able to rank #1 on Google. But you don't just want to bring people into your website and then maybe they click away and forget all about you. You want to get them onto your email list so that you can continue to market to those people for years to come. So once they get on your website, you want to get them onto your email list. And one of the ways that I do that is by having them download my pricing guide. They can just enter their email. They automatically get sent my pricing guide. And from there, they're on my email list and I can market to them. So if you're a photographer who has not set up an email list, I highly recommend using Flowdesk. That is my email marketing system, and I will leave a link for a 50% off code to Flowdesk in the description below. So I do highly recommend using email marketing. That is going to be one of the best ways that you're going to get those fall bookings as opposed to the next photographer who is not using email marketing. Okay, and then the last tip I have for you is to use Dubsado for automated booking. I know a lot of photographers use the program Sessions or use Sessions, and here's why I don't like use Sessions. Like I told you, I am someone who's really big on SEO. And if you're using Sessions, you can only create a landing page on their website. So even if you have a booking page on your website, you are sending people over to a third-party website to do the actual booking. So I just don't like sending people to a different website to spend time on their website when they could be spending time on your website and boosting your SEO, okay? So I like to only use programs that I can embed onto my own website. So for example, with Flowdesk, I can embed their forms onto my own website instead of having to send them to a landing page on Flowdesk. You can send them to a landing page on Flowdesk, but you don't have to. And Dubsado is the same way. I can send them to a landing page for booking on Dubsado, or I can embed that form onto my own website and allow clients to book on my own website. So that is what I do. You can go to my website if you're curious about how this works, www.michellepoteet.com. And you can see my Book Now page and how I have the booking just directly on that page. So I highly recommend using Dubsado because it can embed onto your website, which will boost your SEO instead of sending people onto a different website. Now, if you're someone who still uses contracts and invoices and you are booking each client manually, highly recommend you don't do that for a lot of reasons. One, the more back and forth you have with the client, the harder it is for them to book, the less likely they are to book. The easier it is for them to book, the more likely it is for them to book. So if they can just go onto your website, see the information, book right there, they will do it and they won't forget about it versus all the back and forth. They may, just forget about it, change their mind, use someone else who has an easier booking system. So I highly recommend using automated booking. It's going to be easier for your clients and it's going to be easier for you. I feel like I was able to make so much more profit in my business when I started automating everything, like my marketing, my email marketing, my booking, because when I don't have all that back end work, I have more time to take on more clients, right? That time that I'm not spending sending contracts and invoices to every single person, I can spend doing sessions and editing and doing things that actually bring money into my business. So that's all the tips I have for you for getting booked for your fall sessions. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave those in the description below. Again, if you need any help with your SEO marketing or your email marketing, I do have that mini course for SEO, and I would love to just help you with anything you need help with. So feel free to leave me any questions. I want to create content that is super helpful for you guys, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.